Michael Irvin podcast.
Welcome to the MIP. It is week 5 in the NFL, and oh, the lights are shining so bright, and the sun is so nice high in the sky. Especially since the Dallas Cowboys are 3-1. 3-1 when most thought they would be 0-4. Certainly, nobody thought they would be 3-1 after losing Dak Prescott in week 1. A lot to go on, a lot to talk about here in this week 5, and I want to touch on a few things and then talk more even about the Dallas Cowboys and have a guest from the Dallas Cowboys. He made his return back to the football field this last Sunday. He left trying to catch a touchdown. 9 months to the day, he returned catching that touchdown in the same end zone. Michael Gallup will join the MIP. And let's start right there. Because I want to hit on a tour and maybe even a little bit of Brady as we go. But I want to start right there in the glory land of Cowboys Nation. And Dallas Cowboys, we are 3-1. And the way it has come down is what's so beautiful. I was just telling Stephen A. and some of the guys that as I look through this, I noticed that they did not ever make a rush hour 4. There's a rush hour 1. We experienced that. There's a rush hour 2. We've experienced that. Boy, this last week we had a rush hour 3. What a great experience that was. But we never experienced a rush hour 4, neither cinematically and not yet athletically, football-wise. So they went into pre-production on rush hour 4, and I was telling these guys about this on First Take, Sean. They went in pre-production on rush hour 4. And Sean and I were talking about this earlier too. And they never made the movie. And the first thing Sean said was, man, what'd you say, Sean? When we were talking about Rush Hour in those movies.
He said, man, that's a shame because those movies are amazing.
They were great movies, Sean. That's what he thought. They were great movies. You know why? And it's so fitting. I'm going to tie it all in later. And it's always what make Molly say, you always go too far, Michael. Don't go too far. You know, when I be selling stuff. So, and I love when she says that. But it's just what my mind does. My mind sees the possibilities, all the real in everything, and all the little pieces and put together. And how do I bring this together in some way to inform you, impart to you, edify you, inspire you, and hopefully motivate you to go do you? That's all I'm trying to do. Pick a piece of these puzzles and put it out, take it out of the puzzle, put it in your life, and you go do you and be your best you. That's all I'm trying to do. And these rush hour things were so great and so fun to play with because of what you said, Sean. It was such a great time in the country when these movies were being made. The rush hours, the lethal weapons, the 48 hours. You know why I say that? Because remember, that was the time we were showing that we can have success mixing it up. And we were putting all these different people together. Chris Tucker, the brother, with Jackie Chan, the other, and they were the other brother from another mother, is what they were saying all in the movie. You know what I'm saying? Which brought them together, the Nick Nolte and Eddie Murphy. You know what I'm saying? The black and the white, and even that movie even more so because they still gave the superior role of a police officer to the white man and the inferior in the submissive role of a prisoner to the black man. But it still worked to a friendship, So the whole theme of it all is we can be walking from different places, coming from different spaces, having different color faces, but we can still all do great things together. That was the time. That's what made these movies so great. You know what I mean? And that's what made us love it, man. And here's what Molly would be telling me I'm going too far. I just think, Rush stepping up in here, going rush hour 1, rush hour 2, and now rush hour 3. And to have rush hour 4 on the stage of Los Angeles, California, home of the world champs. Oh, that Rush Hour 4 that did get produced cinematically. If it gets produced athletically, now we got some. Oh my God, we got some. And do you understand the whole movie Rush Hour and then Rush Hour 4 right here in America? America was talking about coming together, putting out movies that talked about coming together, spreading the word that we must come together. And now Rush Hour 4 is going to hit right now, and all it does is bring America together by being represented by America's team. I love this. I love it. I love the whole idea to play with. I love that my mind just goes off on these little things and just come up with this kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? America's team is representing America. And the way to represent America is to try to say we are inclusive. We are all together. I know we always punctuate and talk about and highlight our bad, but there's some good in all of us. That's how this thing has been so good for so long. And we find a lot of the good. We just don't highlight all of the good. But here's Rush Hour 4. Highlight some of the good. America's team representing America going to make that Rush Hour 4 because what Rush Hour movie stood for, the togetherness of America. Sean, I don't know how you gave me that, Sean. I don't know how I just came up with all of that, but I just came up with all that when you gave that to me. Boy, I'm going to tell you something. If he can produce Rush Hour 4, if he can go down here and win in L.A., I've said this all day. I've called over there and told people, man, I hope Coach McCarthy knows. I think the most important thing he has to do this week is I would have had world champs, and their clippings, world champs, all over that locker room. I would have had those clippings all over that locker room. I do not want the Dallas Cowboys going into this game in this environment, especially with the Rams losing last week, thinking about they're playing a team at 2-2. Are we 3-1? They only 2-2. I will make them forget this record. I will make them only see the greatness and the glory. You are facing the world champs at home where they took the crown. And right now, they got to give you everything they have to defend their title. Get ready for everything Aaron Donald has. Get ready for everything Bobby Wagner has. Get ready for everything Cooper Kupp has. You got to think on a championship. I need your mind in the right place for this game. And if the mind is in the right place, that movie that never got produced will get produced. Rush Hour 4. That'll be the headlines of a lot of the news. Rush Hour 4 has hit. And it's the perfect place since they were trying to make it in L.A. and they stopped. Rush Hour 4 can be completed in L.A. this time with Cooper Rush, not Jackie Chan, with Cooper Rush. And I hope our guests, last week we were Rush Hour 3, we went Rush and CeeDee Lamb. Boy, if Rush Hour 4 can be Rush in our guest, Michael Gallup, oh, that'll be something right there too. You know, you see what we doing over here too. We putting the brother, and you know, we mixing up the, you know, white guy, black guy, just like they did. You know, they were Rush Hour 4 is just like they did. Just that's what America is. I just love that. I love that whole fix, man, when you think about all of that, man. And it's such a perfect time because you're right, dog, especially coming out of all we just came out of with all of the, you know, the George Floyd and all of that stuff. We need to get back to some of those. Let's get back. Remember this stuff? Remember when we were having a great time laughing at this stuff right here, doing it. They coming together, showing us being together, showing that we really do have a lot of more alike than we have disalike, not alike. So that's what Rush Hour 4 represents. And this Rush Hour 4 here in L.A., yeah, it's going to be incredible. Did y'all watch the other day? I want you to see, and I didn't like this, but I saw it. Dang. It looked like San Fran was doing some of the Cowboy stuff. You know, that finger-licking pass rush good stuff that I was talking about. And they look good getting to the Rams. And I was like, darn. And I'm glad it looked good. I'm glad it worked because, I love the 49ers too. I told you, I tweeted that's my other team. That's my team because, with Debo in special places. And I love Kyle and John Lynch. Those are my boys. Those are my boys right there. John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan, those are my boys. I like them. I like them a lot. I believe in them. I know they're great. So I do root for them, just not when they play in the Dallas Cowboys. Not when they play in Dallas Cowboys. And I'm glad they won. I'm glad they won. I didn't really want them to. I picked them to win, but it'd been nice if the Rams had won a game and kind of be sleeping a little bit, but they're going to be wide open. They're going to be wide awoke. Dallas Cowboys, you can't luck up on this. You got to go take this, and they're going to be holding on to their trophy, you see, because right now, every paper in L.A. is saying this is how they can get their smoke back. See, this is what they ain't getting. See, you're supposed to be measuring where you are against the world champs. The world champs have started slow, and here comes a big fish called the Dallas Cowboys, who has a pretty good, surprisingly good start. Now they're saying we can get our smoke back right now by beating the Dallas Cowboys. So the Dallas Cowboys should be hunting the champions, but they have to go in here feeling both the hunter and hunted. That's what they have to do. That's why I want to put champions all over the locker room, because if you don't, they may get fooled and think they riding a high and go in here feeling overconfident and get that champion Rams team that showed up and won the Super Bowl against Cincinnati, because that's the way they're going to play, to hold on to that reigning, defending NFL world champion. You got to go take this, my brother, and you better be ready to go take it. And they got the defense to do it because they're struggling on offense. The Rams are. And Matthew Stafford's throwing everything to Cooper Kupp. I marvel at it and I cringe at it at the same time, because it's all schematics with me most of the time. So I have to cringe at it because scheme to scheme, if I know you're going to Cooper Kupp that much, I just scheme something to it. Now, if Cooper Kupp was playing, when I played, I had one guy follow me all day. This guy was a great player. He was going to stop me. It wasn't about the scheming. It was about me and him playing one-on-one. Now that's a different opportunity because I get a chance to beat a Deion, Darrell Green, and Rod Wilson because you got so much faith and confidence in them. I ain't got to have four dudes over here. So now it's just we got to have the guts to go at your best with our best. That's just it. But see, now when you scheme, when the Rams scheme and they're putting him in the slot, they're moving over, they're moving him, trying to get him open with the scheme. And now he can get 6 eyes on him at any time, 8 eyes on him at any time, because he's in the middle of the field. Everybody knows you're trying to throw the ball to Cooper Kupp. You're going to get some eyes. People are dropping in zones. They're dropping in zones. And anybody near Cooper Kupp is called a zone draw. Anybody near, if he's anywhere in your zone, you draw to him. That's all they're doing. And Matthew Stafford's having some issues finding other people, getting going with Allen Robinson and things like that. I need the Cowboys. I was happy that they got to the Rams, the 49ers. So I told you I like the team, but I was sad that I saw them using some of the Cowboys stuff. And that means the Rams are going to go and prepare for all of that because now they already know how bad they are at it. I wanted the Cowboys to sneak up in there with it on. You know what I mean? But now they're going to have to try to shore that up. Now, 49ers were using Bosa and Fred Warner like that, like we use Michael Parsons. And I love both of those dudes. And Bosa's a bad boy. And Fred's a bad boy. But Michael Parsons is dog. Listen, dog. Man, somebody said, what did he say? Boy, Michael Parsons is an alien. That's what he's, an alien. He is a mixture of something that we ain't never seen before. And I mean, just phenomenal. I want to see what he can do on that stage. I got to text him about that too, man. I said, man, on this stage, I'm going to text him about that. I got to text him and say, boy, on this stage, you'll be put up there with the biggest stars ever if you go dominate on this stage. Just that little nugget is all he'll need. Because that is an alien. Boy, he looked like, remind me of Mork from Ork? Ork from Ork? What was Mork from? You remember Mork and Mindy? Mork from Ork, whatever. That boy so bad, man. So I can't wait to see that. I just can't wait to see it on that stage, him playing, man. Yeah, and Coach McCarthy, he has to get this team in the right frame of mind going into SoFi Stadium. It's going to be so hard. As I said, this is the Rams. They will do everything they can to hold on to that reigning, defending Super Bowl champions will show up this Sunday in SoFi for the Dallas Cowboys. That's why it's important for Coach to have Super Bowl champs everywhere so they can match this intensity that the Dallas Cowboys are about to go into this week. They have to match this intensity and be ready because it's going to be incredible. Now, here's one thing, though, that I'm upset about, and I'm just going to tell I don't know. I can't believe it. I don't know how the hell this happened. Think about it. The Cowboys played Monday night in New York, and Stephen A. got a late call from some business he had to take care of in L.A., so we stayed in L.A. On Monday, I shoot in New York. I shoot First Take in New York every Monday. That Monday, we stayed in L.A. Then the Cowboys are showing up to play Sunday right where I work every Sunday at SoFi. And when we get ready, when we're doing the show, we come out at 10 o'clock. We come out 10 o'clock our time, 1 o'clock Eastern. And all the fans are all around our gates because they're coming in for the game. They're coming in for the 1 o'clock game. You know what I mean? The 1 o'clock game. So they're already coming in. And you know how many Cowboy fans would have been outside of SoFi this week? I could have revved up those Cowboy fans right before the game, gave them a little taste, since they can't get the milk that I give them in the stadium every week because I'm the last thing they see before kickoff when I come on the big screen and rev them up and get them going. And you know, right here in LA, every time a team comes in, they seem to have more people than the home team. So we'd have had all those Cowboy fans right there. I would have been at SoFi right there. I would have given them a little quick prep and get ready to step toe to get them going before I sent them into SoFi. Man, we'd have lit SoFi on so much fire, we wouldn't have known what had happened after I had gave them a little prep talk. I wish I could have been there. But now, this week, I'm not there because we got the London game. So I don't have to go to L.A. because of the London game. That's going to be on the network. I called the NFL and said, y'all got a plan better than this. You should have known. Why couldn't we take advantage of that asset just to be right there? So I'll miss this game as I missed the Monday night game. I missed the Monday night game in New York where I'm at every Monday. And now I'm going to miss the Sunday game in L.A. where I am every Sunday. I'll be in New York this Sunday while they're playing in L.A. I was in L.A. that Monday when they were playing in New York. I don't know how this works out. But I tell you what, since I will not be attending maybe no games this year, but maybe the Thanksgiving Day game, and somehow we hadn't been to a Super Bowl in a long time and I've been attending games, maybe this is what it is. If we go this year, we go to Super Bowl this year, what it would say is, Michael, you can never take your black ass to another game for the Dallas Cowboys. That's how superstitious I am. So I don't know. I'm going to get out of this before I convince myself I can't ever go to another game. That's what I'm going to get out of this right now. That's what I'm going to do. Because, see, I get like that, Shaw. I'll get to try to find reasons we winning and then try to ride it out forever because I want to win so bad. And then now I've been talking myself out of never going to a game ever again. Now, if I say I ain't never go and they win this year, then I don't go next year and they win next year, and I don't go again and win, then I'm done. I ain't got no route, boy. That's just, I was a dreamer as a kid. I wanted to be Superman. I wanted to be Batman. I dreamed about those things. So I guess dreaming the Cowboys winning 3 years in a row and I don't show up, I guess that's kind of like being Batman and Superman, just dreams. But it feels good to dream like that sometimes. You know what I'm saying? It feels good to just dream like that. That's just fun. I can't wait, dude. I just can't wait for this game. It's going to be an incredible game. Cowboys fans, I know you're going to be there. Be loud, be proud. Show them all what it is to be America's team. And yeah, loud, make them all mad. And let's win this game. Rush Hour 4 in production, and will be delivered in L.A. The movie never got there, but the Cowboys, they will. Speaking of getting there and not getting there, I want to get here just real briefly and talk just for a moment because I haven't had many opportunities to talk, and I kind of been making up on it. But I talked with you about this, Sean, and I thought it was just so unjust how everybody went at Mike McDaniel with the tour thing. And I still believe that was unjust, to try to hurt this man's character and certainly his reputation where other players won't go and don't want to go play with him, to suggest that he put Tua in harm's way was just sad for me to watch. We got this thing now where everybody wants to look at things and say, oh my God, how could you do this? And how could you do this? And we have people say, I haven't seen nothing like this in 40 years. I've been coaching for 40 years. Stop saying that stuff, man. That's just hyperbole, and that's mess. And it's not the gospel. It's not the Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, and it's not the truth. We've had protocols in place for 12 years, man. Prior to that, man, I got knocked out of a game, stood up wobbling, went to the sideline, put smelling sauce, and they send you back in the game and go catch a touchdown. So everybody now coming in saying, oh, it's the worst thing in the world. I can't believe he did. I can't believe. Just got to stop, people. We got to stop. There's nothing wrong with being outraged. There's nothing wrong with seeing something unfortunate and not liking it or hurting about it. But you can't just throw things on people with no evidence and then expect the man to be God, all omniscient, omniscient, and know everything, know about everywhere, where everybody is at all times. That's not omnipresent. That's not the reality. This man has a process, and the NFL has put a process in place that people evaluate these players and tell him, he doesn't tell them, they tell him he's ready to go. Or he's not ready to go. That's all he's going off of. So you to sit in your damn chair at home in the comfort of your damn air condition, not having to make these high-end decisions involving high-end things and high-end athletes. And to say, oh, you will be making these kind of decisions. I would do this. I'll just have to do it. And he should be strong enough to shut the hell up. You don't even know what it takes to make those. You're going to override the doctor. So when the doctor told me when I came to the sideline and he said, Michael, you got a tear on your ACL. I'm saying, Doc, forget you, I'm playing. And going back in the football game, am I supposed to do that? I'm going to override the doctor. The doctor told him that Tua was fine. Doc, forget you. I'm not playing. Stop it, people. Stop it. The doctor got his job. In the NFL now is saying they're separating from that neurologist or whatever. Okay, do that. Do whatever you want to do. Do what you have to do. You put this process in motion. But to put this on Mike McDaniel is just unjust. It's not right. And I don't know how you brush your tooth in the morning after having your head on a pillow and look at that dude in the mirror and say you okay with putting that on Coach McDaniel. I don't know how you can do that. And I just don't know how. I felt sorry for the man. I really did. And I said, ain't nobody going to say this. Ain't nobody going to say this. I hadn't been on TV for a while. I was waiting around. I said, ain't nobody going, no one? And not a one said, wait a minute. Can somebody show me some evidence of anything in this man's character or anything in his history that said he put people in harm's way? Can somebody show me some evidence of this? And if you can't, then stop it. Stop acting like you, who is just a damn coach, had more information than the doctors who does the examination. That's basically what we're saying. Mike McDaniel, I don't care what the doctor said. You got to be better than the doctor. You got to know more than the doctor, and you got to make the right decision, even if it's opposite of the damn doctor. I just want y'all to think about that. And if you really think about that, then you'll shut the hell up the next time, because you'll know. You'll know. There's a reason that man's gone to school to be a doctor. He studied all of that. He has more information than I know. A man's opinion is only as good as his knowledge based on the subject. And when it comes to being a doctor, Mike McDaniel knows nothing. So why are you asking him to lean on his knowledge when he has a knowledge of a man who is a doctor and he knows every damn thing? He should take that information from that man. That's what he should do. So we should just stop that mess. I'm going to let that go. But I want y'all to think about that. Stop. The man tells you, listen, you got cancer. You got cancer. Doc, I ain't studying you, Doc. You know what? I ain't got cancer. I'm going to just go do what I want. You can't tell the damn doctor you ain't paying no attention to him. I don't care what you're doing. You got to pay attention to the doctor. I'm not crazy. Am I crazy here, Sean? Am I not crazy, right?
And we're talking about something that is imperfect. You know, we're trying to assess whether or not somebody has a concussion. It's not a perfect science. It's not like we can take a little breath strip and all of a sudden it's just yep, you're concussed. Easy enough. You know,
all the more reasons to lean on the information from the doctors.
But just as what you're saying, it comes down to the player. Like, does the player pass the test and he says he's ready to go? Well, that's what we have to go with.
Right. That you have to say, hey, did the guy pass? Did he pass all your protocols? Now, the NFL is talking about they're putting more protocols in place. They're saying stuff like, now, if anybody looks like they lost bodily functions in any way, you're pulling them. Forget the test. Don't worry about it. You're just pulling them. Whatever you're going to do. I can't speak to that. You know, whatever you feel like you need to do to tighten it up, since I'm not an expert in that field, I want you to do that. I can't speak to that. But what I can speak to is that you're wrong for putting this on Mike McDaniel. And all of you out there, you're wrong for trying to act as if he should override doctors' information. I just want you to think about that. Override the doctor's information. Stop it, people. Stop it. Let me tell you what I hope I should have told myself, what I hope I could have said to myself is stop it. You know, as an analyst, man, one thing, you try to get ahead of things, you study things so we can try to bring information to you. But sometimes you're right, but it hurts so much you wish you really were wrong. And every time I see that Tom Brady and Giselle is looking for a lawyer, I said, wow. When I sat here and told you guys, when I saw his appearance after the game and I heard some of the things he said, I said, there's only a few things can break a man and vex a man's spirit like that. It's the death of a child, the death of mom, or divorce. Remember I told you they all start with D. It's all start with D. And I went back and told you that it was going to be a problem for Tom to stay retired. Way back then when he retired, because I said when you retire, now you go home, boy, you notice. My bishop told me this, and that's the only reason I made it. He said, listen, work your way back into your house. I said, what? I'm an alpha male. I paid for everything around here. I own 4 homes in Texas and another 4 or 5 in Miami and Fort Lauderdale area. I pay for everything in all them homes. I ain't working my way back and now one on. That's what I told him. He said, listen, work your way back into your main home with your family. I said, Bishop, why are you saying this to me, man? What are you talking about? He said, the house been working fine without you for 20 years while you been playing. Don't come home and try to be the boss. Don't come home and mess up everything. So I had to come home and work my way back into my own family. That's how, when I get back and I tell you, boy, that thing gonna be a strain for Tom when you get on. I wasn't just saying this off of nothing. I'm talking about what competitors like he and I have to go through. We have to work our way back in our own home. I learned to do it. It's going to be hard for Tom. I ain't running the NFL like Tom run the NFL. You coming off the mountain of running the NFL to be second in command in your own home. I don't care how brave, how much you think you could. That's something. It takes something. It takes something. And when I saw him, I knew it. I knew it. I told you he was coming back. I told you that, and then I saw it. I knew it, and I talked about it. That's the one time, though. I promise you, man. You hope and pray that you're wrong. Hope and pray that you're wrong. But I spirit to spirit, I knew it was something devastating. I knew it was something devastating. So I'm praying for my brother. I'm praying that Giselle, she understands, she knows, man, that, well, I don't know if that's Tom Brady. I was joking with my man Sean here. I said, Sean, you know, I'm praying for Tom and everything, man. I hope they don't separate. But boy, I'm always looking for hope. What kind of hope does it give most of the regular guys? If you see Tom Brady, Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, all losing their women, these are the two. If we did a man's pecking order, we got those 3 at the top of the order, the top of the pecking order, the top. If them 3 can't make it happen, what chance do us regular folks have? What chance do us regular folks have? You know what I mean? Because every man would want to be those 3 men. I don't know any man, including me, that would want to be any one of them 3 men right there, you know, and they can't keep it together, hold it together, or find the struggles within their relationship. So we pray for them, man. Yeah, it's just, whew, brothers, even all the money in the world. You know, you've been saying all your life, boy, if I could just make all the money, I can make all the money go. Even all the money in the world, you still ain't guaranteed. We're praying for you, buddy. I don't know that the NFL, honestly, will ever see a more accomplished man that I believe is just such a good man. Just such a good man. And you hate to see bad things happen to such good people. We praying for you, my brother. Now, Cowboys Nation, let's pray for a victory. And let's talk about how we can get that victory with the bright new shining toy that we just got back. Michael Gallup next on the MIP. Do you own or rent your home? Sure you do. And I bet it can be hard work. You know what's easy? Bundling policies with Geico. Geico makes it easy to bundle your homeowners or renters insurance along with your auto policy. It's a good thing, too, because you already have so much to do around your home. Go to geico.com, get a quote, and see how much you could save. It's Geico easy. Visit geico.com today. That's geico.com. Joining the MIP right now, this man, 9 quick months. I know to him it seemed like a long time, but damn it, it took me a year and a half to get my knee back right. 9 months. That's a miracle from when I tore up my ACL 9 months to the day to return to the Dallas Cowboys. I'm telling you, I know it seemed like a long time to you, my brother, but that's a miracle. He's from Georgia, played at Colorado State. We'll talk about his college days. Drafted by the Cowboys in 2018, third-round pick number 81. Joining the MIP is Michael Gallup. Michael, talk to me, man. Talk to me. I know I went through that ACL injury. Like I told you, it took me a year and a half to get back, man. I went into a deep depression, Mike. I ain't gonna lie to you, dude. I'm being straight with you. I ain't never went into that kind of depression in my life. I went into a deep depression. Took me forever to come up out of it. You know, I did, worked out okay. What was that journey like for you?
Man, really just big mental for me because, I mean, you know, everybody's had some injuries and stuff like that. But, I mean, just thinking about it 24/7 while you're laying in bed for the first, 2 months and you're just like, am I ever going to be right? You know, am I ever going to be the same MG? So just going through that whole process was just crazy for me, because I never went through anything like that. So for me to actually, you know, when I started walking again, when I started, you know, jogging again, you know, you start to feel a little bit, but at the same time, it's like, man, can I take a hit? Am I going to be able to cut again? Am I going to have to wear a brace the whole time? So everything just going through your head, but you got to stay the course, got to stay positive. And I think, you know, I did that pretty well.
That cut thing is what it is. Yeah. I'd be like, hey, man. And last week, Mike, when you were talking about, you know, Mike was going to play against the Giants and that he went to coach, said, I need one more week. They were talking about it on the radio, right? Man, what if you need, man? What is he not ready? We need him. I had to text in and my boy said, hey, it's different, dude. I said, y'all don't know about this knee. I told him, I said, man, this is different, man. I said, see, because you finally get back right. You feel pretty good. You go out there. And sometimes, even when I first got out there and I started running routes, man, my knee was clicking. And I was like, oh, every time it clicked, what's going on? Because you don't want to go all the way back to zero and start all the way back over.
Couldn't happen.
You know what I mean? You're like, wait a minute, man. And I had to tell him, I said, dude, that's just sometimes scar tissue be breaking up, but you don't know that. That your head be like, man, I done blew my knee out again. You got to get over that, man. So talk to me about it. What did you say to Coach when you said, Coach, I just need one more week?
I mean, I think for me, that was probably one of the hardest things I've ever had to do. Just because, you know, I'm always if you tell me to do something, I'm going to do it for you. Especially playing football or something, you ain't never going to, I'm not trying to be on the sideline, bro. Ain't nobody trying to do that. Right. Period. But going in there and talking to the head coach. You feel and you ain't got nothing to do with it. You feel like you're letting your team down. They out there playing hard. Dude, I ain't want to get hurt. I'm hurt. And you just feel like, dude, you walk around like everybody putting in everything, man. I'm walking, I can't put in there. You feel like you're letting your boys down. Yeah. Because you know you can make some plays out there, and it's just I know I can do this. I know I can do this. But at the same time, it's just I told Coach straight up, that's a business decision for me. That was a business decision. First real test, first big one. It was just I could have went out there and played. I know I could have. But it's just give me one more week. One more week. I promise you I'm going to be here for the rest of the season after that. You know that.
Yeah, and you got that one more week, man, and you showed up and made some plays. You know what I thought was interesting, how it all works, because, as you said, it's all mental, and you're always looking for signs to be okay, signs that things are going to go great, always things are going to work out. You called the touchdown. You got hurt on a touchdown in that same end zone.
Yep.
On the other side.
Yep.
Then you come back and catch a touchdown in that end zone on the other side. Yeah, I pull that out and said, that's Mike crossing over. You know what I'm saying? Now, hopefully, now I need him, because I think you're the last piece, and I need you to be that answer to cross the team over. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you said it when you got back. You needed to make a statement. What did you say about that? What did you mean by that?
What I meant by that was just, to let everybody know that I was back here. I was back to MG. And it was not necessarily me even just, having to score that touchdown. Because that same drive, I caught a third and 12 for a first down.
Right.
We was moving and changing on that same drive. Yes, we ended it off with a touchdown, but it was just like that, little things like that. Just keep the chains moving, keep us going, be that little spark that they might have needed. You know what I'm saying? Because it was a tie game for the longest, or we were down by one. And it's MG, little spark play, and that's what we needed, man. So it got us rolling.
Mike, but also, Mike, you rehabbing, but you also, knowing like, hey, man, I'm going to put in so much work and I'm right where I want to be, right? Like, okay, Dallas just made a decision on Amari Cooper. That means every man gets up now because Amari Cooper moved on. And I love how you're so funny. I was reading the stuff that you said to CD, and right quick, let me see. I saw when you caught the touchdown and I saw CD, he came, his arms were spread wide and you were looking at him like, he was spread. Dude, that made me think about when Alvin caught a pass. I mean, it looked like us. I'm getting old, man. I was like, I see CD grabbing you. I mean, that's how I was doing Alvin, man. We did that same pose like that after that touchdown. He looked so happy for you, man. He really did. He looked so happy. Tell me, what was that like when you caught that touchdown? What did he say to you? What words, if any words changed?
I mean, CD just looked at me and he said, King MG. That's all he had to say, King MG. He said, he's back, man. He back, King MG. But he been telling me all week, though. He was like, this going to be your week regardless. Whatever goes down in this game, this going to be your week. And, I mean, we're both very competitive. So it's like he been going on me. I've been going on him for the longest. And it's just like, I finally get to be back out there with my dog.
And you get to be in that role now when you said, okay, Mario moves on and now CD goes up to the number one guy and he made some plays. I loved in the article and everything I read. So he goes by 930. Y'all make sure everybody get on him. So somebody got to double team somewhere. When they double team, the ball got to go somewhere. I'm back and I'm ready now. so you're right. I used to do that to Jay now. Hey, Jay, you're going to try to run this. Y'all going to cover. Let's make sure the ball goes in the right place, so y'all have fun messing around like that.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, it's like, really, he got lucky this week. I owed him some money just because he had a little bit more yak than me, but he got lucky this week. The Redskins were really just trying to hold me the whole time. They didn't want me to catch a ball. They had to hold me the whole game.
Tell me about that yak bet. What is your yak bet? How do y'all do that?
Me, him, and Noah, we put about $200 in the pot, each. So it's just like, who got the most yak at the end of the game. See,
I like that, dog.
No, he talked us out this week, but it's all good, man. It's all good. I got him this week.
Because the yak says it had nothing to do with how many players you got. What did you do when you got it?
When you got the pick.
What did you do when you? That's your straight talent right there. What's your gift? Yeah. I don't want to play. I don't want to play the start when you catch the ball. I want to play the start. I don't want to play the start when they hike the ball. I want to play the start when you catch it. Now that's where we started. What did you do from that? That's interesting. I never thought about that. How'd y'all come up with that idea?
Man, Noah said it this past week. He was like, "Y'all trying to put some money in the pot, man? Who'll get the most yak?" Big. Man,
so this is your first time trying. This is your first time coming up with it.
Oh yeah, we got it again next week. Know that?
Like that. Talk about Noah, man. Noah's gotten some opportunities to play, and he's played okay. But even Noah he's taken his game to another level now. Is that because he's gotten so many reps with Cooper Rush? How do you see? Why is that happening now?
I ain't gonna lie to you. A lot of folks ain't seen Noah Brown, obviously, but I've seen him in practice. He's been on the squad for a while, and that boy is a dog. Everybody needs that chance. That's all that's been. So he's getting his chance now, and he's taking off with it. That boy is a dog. I'll tell you that straight up. He's hungry, and he knows what to do. He's been here for a while, knows the whole playbook. So, he's just a straight dog. He's trying to eat. He's trying to do what he does best.
Speaking of taking advantage of his time and the opportunity, man, that's exactly what Cooper Rush is doing, man. How surprising are you when you see what he's doing from the quarterback position with Dak out?
Man, I ain't even gonna lie to you though. Coop really been like that his whole career. He's been in here since I was a rookie. Right. So literally, him and remember Sid Wilson. Him and Sid used to dog our number one defense every day in practice. So I seen what Coop can do. I mean, he calm, he chill, but he know the offense now, and he gonna let it fly. He want his wide receivers go up and get that. So he gonna let it fly.
So y'all feel good. You feel good about that, man. You feel good about that opportunity. Michael, this is a huge game you guys got coming up against the Rams. Because and I was just talking, and I was just riffing about it and talking about it early, and I was like, man, if I'm Coach McCarthy, I got world champs all over the building. I don't want this team thinking about the Rams are 2-2. I'm thinking about the world champs because the Rams are over there right now thinking, wow, the Cowboys are riding high. We can get back in our seat if we knock the Cowboys off because they're riding high and the Rams have lost the last game. You see what I'm saying? And you guys got to go into that environment. They're going to do everything possible to hold on to that championship. How prepared are you guys? How prepared are you for this?
To be honest, I'm gonna see this just like, look, we're gonna have to throw the ball up in the air regardless. We got the squad back. We coming off a win. We juicing. We know we need this win. We don't play them 2 times out the year, man. We know we need this win. So, I mean, you're gonna have to somebody gonna have to hold 99. You hold 99 for just give me a little bit of time. We're gonna get open. I promise you that. We're gonna get open.
But listen, because one or two ways they played it now. They got a Jalen Ramsey. For me, it was a Deion Sanders over there. I was going to see Deion on me one-on-one, or Deion was going to play Alvin Harper one-on-one, and they were going to roll coverage to me. You see what I'm saying? Either way, I was going to get that attention. So you got a shot. Now, I don't know which way they play this now.
Yeah.
Which way they play it. They can roll coverage to CD and put Jalen Ramsey on you one-on-one. Let's use upfield dude. Or they can play coverage and let Jalen Ramsey play on CD. How do you think they will play that?
How do I think they're going to play? I mean, Jalen's played in the boundary most of the year. The first 4 games that they played, he's been in the boundary the whole time. I play in the boundary the whole time, pretty much. So, I mean, I see him over there with me. That's one-on-one. That's a good matchup, and I enjoy it. I welcome the competition. I mean, that's just what it is now in the league. You know that.
You ready for that matchup against Jalen now?
He's a dog now. He's a dog.
He's a dog. He's a dog. He's a dog. And you know why I said I'm like, and I look at that matchup between you two, and if I'm studying it, when I'm sitting here studying and I watch it, I know what you do. I know what he does. And he is a dog, and you can get by him. Yeah. But Jalen has talent, and he's gonna fight to the end of the play. Yeah. So even when you go up and catch that ball, and you'll be up because you trying to come down, and you go all that, your body's trying to position for the fall. You better hold tight. You're gonna be ripping through. You know what I'm saying?
You did on that touchdown you had against Tampa, just right here with it.
Right. Especially because everything is about, oh my God, this is me saying I'm back. I need this right now. Right. I can't. Well, I need this. Give me the thing right here. I need. Right. That's what I felt you would say when you caught up. Oh, I thought I need this ball right here. All the touchdowns, call. And Mike, let's talk about that, Mike. You're a bad boy, man. And going through all of this and studying for you, man, I was like, oh, this is some great stuff to bring up. People don't know about about your journey you had to go through. Like I saw when you had to go to community college. Mm-hmm. You go to community college and did what you had to do, but you stayed the course. You stayed the course, and then you turn around, after staying the course, and you sign this year. That big deal you got. You got your money. Yes, able to move right across the street in that big old house that I see you in over there.
Like I said, just trying to follow in your footsteps, boss.
Well, it's going well for you, Mike, man. And Mike, that's an inspiration for people, because every time, man, some people, even if you don't walk in that front door, don't give up. You see what I'm saying? You didn't get the big time scholarship. Here's a prime example. You can still make it. Don't give up. Just go do what you have to do. You said I go to community college to get my grades right. I went and did that. I did what I have to do, and now you can do what you want to do because you got no money to do what you want to do. But if you do, do what you have to do, then you can do what you want to do. But you got to do what you have to do first. That journey, Mike. That journey. You play some quarterback, an option quarterback.
Yeah. We played a little option quarterback. I mean, I really played quarterback my whole high school career, and then I got to junior college in like my freshman year.
You were Debo Samuel. You played running back and wide receiver.
A little bit. We played everything.
So wait, they talked to you about him playing in the running back, doing that Debo Samuel stuff up there? They didn't say anything.
That's what we got 8-8 for, man. That's what we got 8-8 for. I'm good with just lining up wide. He can be the little gadget play that we got and stuff like that. That's all.
They don't get no money for them guys you play.
Yeah.
Only you can't take. I couldn't take a reverse in the Jerry and say, "Give me some more money." I can take the receptions in there, but the reverses they don't play down on the reverses and everything. You know what I mean? That is. But Mike, you also, Mike, it's a mind blower. Stop in community college. You played a game. Now, when I read this, I said, "This is good. This ain't Madden. This must have been a Madden game." You did not have 5 receptions for 287 yards and 3 touchdowns in the game. Is that so?
That was, yeah. I ain't gonna lie to you, I ain't even play that game either. I wasn't feeling good. It was a little flu game for me. Went crazy.
Dog, what's that like, man? Going from 280. And it's so funny you say it's flu game, because that does happen. Like, when people get sick, some reason they play better. I don't know, maybe it takes the nerve. I don't know what it does.
Like
I don't know how that
lock in just a little bit more. I feel like you got to lock in a little bit more because you already know you ain't feeling too high. And it's just like, man, I got to focus up. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So you go in that optimal focus mode, trying to stay in the moment and produce a game where you go for 287 yards and 3 touches, man. Walking off the field, most I've ever had was 210 yards playing Arizona. That was my career high, 210, 3 touches. Mm-hmm. But never over 250, dog. And that was my mark. I always wanted to get over 250 just one time. I don't care, any game. 250. That's a quarter. That's like a quarter of some people's season. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
You got 287 in one game, man. God, man, hey. You must have had every girl in that school coming after you.
It was still JUCO though, so it wasn't even really like that. I was there for business. I had to get in there and get up out of there.
I can dig it. That's what I'm talking about. And to that, let me say this. That's the last thing my brother said to me when he dropped me off at the University of Miami. He said, "Michael, you can go in here and screw around and chase women and do all that messing around for 4 years, and then leave here in 4 years, spend the rest of your life doing that." He said, you can go in here and do what you have to do for 4 years, and you'll spend the rest of life everybody chasing you.
Facts.
I said, dude,
that's big facts right there. I like that.
That makes sense, buddy. Let me try that route. I said, I like that try route. It was great advice, man. And that's why I wanted to tell that story, because people need to hear that. You know what I'm saying? You focused in, you did what you needed to do, and now look at where you are, man. And that's just – That's I wanted to commend you on that. Sign a 5-year, $62 million deal. That's where you are. So you don't have to walk in the front door. You can walk in that other door, just like Michael Gallup did, and he's doing great. Michael, how far can this team go, man, this year?
I think this team, once we really just put it together, just handle the basics, like no extra penalties, no drive killers, nothing like that. The defense is cold. Our defense is cold. They got it going on over there. They cold.
So when you watch him on the sideline, what do you say? What do y'all say? That defense is wrong.
Well, I tell them every time. I'm just yelling at the camera. Don't throw it to 7. Don't throw it to 3. Don't let 6 get in that hole and bury somebody. Don't let nobody on the D-line touch. Come on, man. Like 11. Stop. We got too many weapons over there, and it's fun to watch. It really is.
So, I went off on first take last week about it. I said, boy, we got a finger licking good front. The front, they so good. They finger licking good. Man, they getting back there, getting everything. You know what I mean? And it is good when you got that. You got a chance. And now all of it, Mike, all of it comes back to the offense, and the offense is getting better and better. Yes, the other day I was saying on TV, I'm stuck in my throat. I was joking because I was about to say what Jason Peters has done for the offensive line since he came over from Philadelphia. And it's hard to say Philadelphia, an Eagle, helping us out like this because he's an Eagle. But, dude, he's made a difference on that offensive line at that left guard. Talk to that.
Yes, definitely has. Just him being a little bit older than everybody else too, just handing out pointers and stuff like that. But he's definitely made a difference. Being very vulnerable.
That's what Tyler told me. You know what I mean? Because you think about it now, he's going to be a Hall of Fame tackle.
Yeah,
make no mistake. He's going to go to the Hall of Fame. And I was like, can you imagine how much knowledge that is for a young Tyler Smith to have at the guard position, helping that a Hall of Fame tackle at the guard position. You're not somebody talking to you on the sideline, talking to you every play. You know what I mean? It can't get any better than that. And if we get that offensive line going, man, and that run game, then the sky's the limit. A lot been made about Cooper Rush and his success. You know, you say you're not surprised about it. People are even saying, and I got to ask you about it, people are even saying, if he keeps winning, do you keep him in the game? Let me ask you that. If he keeps winning, do you keep him in the game even when Dak is back?
I'm not going to lie to you. Whoever throwing the ball, this is my input. Whoever throwing the ball, we're going to make you look right. So that's the answer. Somebody else to answer it. Or whatever, that's my answer. I'm gonna make you look right.
That's the answer I want you to tell everybody. From here on out. I'll take it. Now most ain't gonna take it. Well, who do you want them to? But I want you to stick with that answer. That's the answer. Say, hey, man, that ain't my job. But I'm telling you, who's ever back there, we gonna catch that football. That's your answer. That's your answer to everybody. Don't you break off that answer, because they're gonna try to bring some issue between the team. You know what I'm saying? They'll try as you go through, because nobody cares about if you lose it. But when you're winning, everybody gonna care. And now everybody gonna give you some. I get people right now. They go, Michael, it's the number one. It's a hot show. First take. Why don't you just grab Stephen A and choke him out? Are you joking?
Come on, man.
But that's just their way of trying to create something, especially when you're successful. So I'm glad you got that mentality. That should be, because right there, right then. And they're going to ask you that question a million times.
Yeah.
You know that. Yeah, and everybody should be answered just like you just answered. That's how you know. Hey, whoever back there, we got two great quarterbacks. Whoever back there, we gonna catch it. That's the right way to take this, Mike. That's just the right way to take it. Mike, what kind of season are you looking for moving forward now? You say you get your back right, you're back on the field. That play, that touchdown, all of it really helps you get more comfortable. Now, what goals do you set now that you're back on the field?
Well, I mean, now that I'm back on the field, it's just, for me, I got to stay consistent, though. I got to stay consistent. I think that's the biggest thing for me. Just keep taking a step every game, every week, whether it's in practice, whether it's when we're actually at the game. I just got to keep taking a step. I mean, because we got hella playmakers on the field. So it's like, for me to just come out here, game 4, game 5, and say I need a goal right now, it's not what I need. I need to keep helping this team by stacking what I'm supposed to be doing. That's helping this team win ball games.
Keep stacking that, man. Keep stacking it in there, man. Doing that thing, man. I love the way this combination with Pollard and Zeke and the run game, man. What do you see happening there? What do you see there?
That's a 1-2 punch. Zeke be out there getting them hard yards, and then you see TP out there skirting out the back. I mean, it's just it is what it is. Everybody talking about he needs these touches, he needs these touches. Right. And they just gonna play ball. We know what we're doing over here. We just gonna play ball. But we got a 1-2 puncher right there.
I asked somebody, I forgot who it was. I asked somebody, I said, man, who would you rather see back there? There was somebody else. I said, it was probably defensive player. I said, would you see Pollard or Zeke back there? And they said, man, Pollard's fast. I said, dude, nobody really wants to see Zeke, man.
Well, I be telling you, Zeke gonna get them hard yards for you regardless. So is TP, but I'm just saying, ain't nobody trying to see that boy Zeke now.
Yeah, Zeke a man child. Y'all can talk when you say what you want to say. Right? Pollard hit that hole. He's great, man. Zeke is one of them, Joe. You said, dude, I don't want to hit that dude there, because he hit back. You know what I'm saying? He hit back. That's just, and it's so important. And I try to tell people, I don't care who starts, but understand, we want to set a tone. Zeke sets a tone. Hey, it doesn't matter if he starts to go get him the first couple of runs. That now they go say, "Ooh, them jokers hidden." Them here they gonna be thinking, and Pollard comes run right by him. I don't care how you know what I'm saying. But here again, people start tearing into that. Oh man, we need to start. Boy, it's a great opportunity, dog. This is your second year. You had a hell of a year last year. Hell of a year, 12-5, and that thing didn't end like you wanted to end. How much of what happened last year, the disappointment of last year, do you guys think about now as you get it going again this year?
You can't make those same mistakes that we made last year. Those 5 games, just can't make those mistakes this year. That's all it is. That's all. And it's literally right here. It's right here. It's not that we just straight up, played terrible the whole game. It's one or two plays that we had in those 5 games that just ruined it. So you feed off that momentum though. You feed off that. Look, we was 12-5, man. We should have kept going forward. So it's like, you just feed off of it. You know what you did, and you know what you can do this year.
And you carry that in every game and remember it and do what you have to do to get there. I don't know how long I've been holding you here, man. I don't want to kill you. I know I asked for 15 minutes and everything, man, but I don't want to take your time. But I'm so happy for you, Mike, man. I really am. I'm so happy. Mike, doing that whole process, let me ask, what was the toughest part for you? Like, what, did you ever have a moment? Because I remember when I first woke up out of the surgery, and I got a bigger scar and everything. The procedures are so much better now. Yeah. I'll never forget. I first woke up, and the doctor asked me, he said, "Raise your leg," and I couldn't raise my leg, and that's why I think I went into depression, because I was like, "Oh my God, how am I ever going to play football?" I had never been hurt before. Yeah, I'd never been hurt. And I said, "Oh my God, if I can't even raise my leg," and you know what I'm saying? And and I went through something, man, for a while. They had to bring in these special people to help me. Really went through depression, but I came out of it and got back on the field, got feeling good again. What was the toughest part for you?
I think for me, it was when I finally got to where I could take my brace off, and I looked at my leg. My leg looked about my arm. I think that was the big
atrophy. When the atrophy, yeah.
I'm over there getting some stem, trying to get those muscles back pumping and stuff like that. And I'm just looking at it, I'm like, how am I going to get all this muscle back? I still can't even walk. It's been about a month. You know what I'm saying? I still can't even walk. How am I supposed to get this muscle back? How am I going to be able to cut off a leg like this? So I think that's where
leg like this is what you said. Because you're looking at that one like, what the hell? Right. Oh my God, dude. Hey, dude, listen. I don't wish that on nobody, man. Nobody. I know what that was like for me, man. I don't wish that on nobody. And I always thought I was a strong man. We played Super Bowl 30. We playing Pittsburgh, man. And Rod Woodson got hurt like the first game of the year. And then he came in the Super Bowl, and man, they were talking about him playing. I was like, what? Oh my God. And as soon as he came in, I said, let's run a 5 route. Coach said, you want to run by him? No. Because, when you coming back, your gates are okay. You can open up his stride. It's just a cut. And I was like, no. I don't want to run by him because you'll be able to open up his stride. Let me get him going and see if he cut back and come back. Yep. Said, all right. Man, Rod played that 5 route, knocked the ball down. I looked up like, oh, dude, I ain't think you'd do it because it took me a year and a half. You ain't that much better than me, Joker. Like, that's why I'm looking at you right now. Joker, how you got back in 9 months? You ain't that much better than me, Joker. Like, I'm looking at you right now, But he did, man, and he was pointing at his knee, and he was like, and I was like, wow, that was pretty incredible. It was incredible that he made the play and that he could do it, man, and come back and continue to have that Hall of Fame career. You know what I mean? And I want you to be able to do that same thing, Sure. Have that little setback, man. But really, it makes you appreciate just when you're away from that thing, Mike. That's another thing, though. Because that's nothing. I told God, boy, if you ever let me back, I swear, I promise you, I'll never get tired of none of it. I'll never complain again. I won't ever say a word. Did you get to that place with him?
Oh yeah, definitely. Just let me back out there. Just let me.
How many times did you say that to yourself?
I said it so many times, especially when I first started walking. Like, I mean, you appreciate being able to walk again.
Right.
When I could walk for the longest. I started walking. I said, man, y'all out here just running. You can take off if you want to. You can do as you please. Like
all that stuff you took for granted before.
Everything.
All that stuff you started
everything. Shoot, riding a bike. Everything. So yeah, I mean, it's big time. Like it's big mental. It's big mental. You got to be able to, push yourself, but at the same time, you got to stay neutral because if you go too fast, too hard, or whatever, you get out there too soon, you can mess something else up. So yeah, it's definitely it's a big one to handle.
Yeah, but you put in that kind of work, man. You put in that kind of work for a purpose and for a reason, Mike. And y'all got another chance to go and try to get that purpose and that reason, which is the Super Bowl. Man, put in too much work, and then anybody stop you now, man. Go and get that Super Bowl, man. Make this a special year. So good luck with the rest of the year, brother.
Yes, sir. Appreciate that, boss man.
All right, man. Anytime, man. And Mike, again, let me apologize because I know y'all just let people know, I got a lot of construction going on around here. Mike had just bought him a brand new. Go and tell people what kind of car you had just bought, Mike.
Man, I got me a little Hellcat red eye. Got me a Hellcat red eye.
Beautiful car now. And one of my dudes, one of the contractors around here that's doing some of the work on my house, got in his car, backed out of my garage, and I guess did not see Michael's brand new car. And I had to take him and walk him across the street and Mike, come on outside and let's address this situation. I apologize for that situation. I did it to you privately. I apologize privately. I would apologize to you again publicly, man. I apologize for that man messing up your brand new spanking beautiful car like that.
It's all good, man. We got it squared away. I feel bad for old buddy. I hope his insurance ain't go up too much, man.
Yeah, I know. They gonna get that insurance out of him.
Over the head.
To fix that kind of car, trust me, buddy. Insurance, they ain't paying for nothing. They gonna get that money out of you, buddy. Right. They gonna get it, man. Mike, I appreciate it, man. It's so good to have you across the street, man. Anytime, anything you need, I'm here. And I hope, I got a lot of brothers over here. There's a lot of Negroes running around my house. I know we're in this fancy neighborhood, but they think it's Fort Lauderdale. So just disregard some of these Negroes you see running around over here acting the fool.
So I hear you.
All right, man. I appreciate you taking the time, buddy. Let's win this game. Good luck with it.
We got to. Appreciate you.
All right, buddy.
Thanks for downloading the MIP. Check out new episodes of the Michael Irvin Podcast every Thursday on Apple Podcasts, Podcast One, and Spotify.
Do you own or rent your home? Sure you do. And I bet it can be hard work. You know what's easy? Bundling policies with Geico. Geico makes it easy to bundle your homeowners or renters insurance